Welcome guys to the 2020 Minecraft Military Force Aircraft Contest. Now these are the results. I thank everyone who participated in it on our Discord. And in this video we'll review all the entries by order. And at the end of the video, the top 7 entries will be announced. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video and let's go. So our first entry is by Callado. This is the F-14A Ghost Riders. And it's in a catapult diorama in 3:1 scale. And you can see it's on the carrier deck. With the blast deflector right in the back of it, and there's a signal guy in the front. You can see also the deck has a lot of buttons to represent the eyelets. But anyways, our next entry, this is by Zytrex, and it's a F4 Phantom 2 in the VF111 Sundowners. So they have like the setting sun design in the back where the tail is, and this is in 10:1 scale, so it's quite huge. And this is also a very cool render. I actually like this picture a lot. And this is another picture. Apparently this is renders by Foxshot. So next up we have Aussy, aka Bready Bread 45. This is a 4:1 scale F4 Wildcat from World War II. Then we have Mr.X 8766. This is his custom H-52 troop carrier. So it looks like it uses VTOL. It reminds me a lot of like a futuristic V-22. And here is what it looks like when it's flying. Alright, so this is a W7 Interceptor. It's a custom 7:1 scale aircraft. And it's created by this guy. He doesn't have an actual name. Like his username is like an emoji. So I don't know what to exactly call him. The next up we have MinecraftRepro. This is the Brown Stigler incident in 10:1 scale. So this is the famous story of that B-17 bomber, the ye old pub of Charlie Brown, and it's being escorted by a German fighter when it's still damaged, and I believe he was able to escape safely. But he actually made this build like before we announced the contest, so I'll have to deduct points for that, but this looks still pretty cool. So next up we have Yeahthatboi's entry. This is an F-14 Tomcat, though I think he should take screenshots instead of taking pictures of his monitor. Our next submission is by Leong 13639. This is a 1:1 LASDF VA-30 light transport, and it is a custom build. Obviously it doesn't quite look like anything that I've ever seen. Alright, so next up we have by Cody. This is the McDonald Douglas FA-18 Hornet. It's in the Blue Angels livery. It's in 10:1 scale. You can even read the writing on the side of the aircraft that says Blue Angels. That's a nice detail. So next up we have by Omega 58, aka Maverick. This is the General Atomics MQ-9 Reaper, 11th Reconnaissance Squadron, 432nd Wing, and it's in 10:1 scale. It's actually firing a missile. Very cool design. Actually seen him on Foxshot when he was building this. And the final product looks pretty amazing. So next up by Wessel, this is the Dassault Mirage 2000. It's a French fighter jet. Very simple entry though. Then we have by Pi, this is an FA-18 Super Hornet being shot down. It's inspired by the one good scene in Behind Enemy Lines. Then by Olaf, this is the RAF Voyager refueling 2 F-35s flying in formation with 6 red arrows underneath 2 Eurofighter Typhoons for an airshow display. It's in 1.5:1 scale. And he made this into a GIF, which was the only GIF in the contest. So next up by Henry Trung, this is a 6:1 scale F-104A Starfighter. Then by Defense Minister of Russia, this is the tactical wing of the Lipsek Aviation Center. It's part of the Su-34, Su-35S, and Su-30 SM aircraft. It's in 1.5:1 scale. A lot of blue aircraft in formation. So next up by SWguren, this is the American and Israeli F-15Cs conducting training exercises along the West Bank. And it's in 4:1 scale. Very nice designs. So this entry is by wholesome being and it's a F-29 Blue Jay V-Stall, and it's a custom jet. Then next up by Quick Revive 78, this is a Messerschmitt Me262. Very nice World War II jet. Then by Young, this is a J-10. Next we have SalamANDROs. This is a 4:1 scale Supermarine Spitfire. Then by Skario, this is the F-35 fighter jet by Lockheed Martin, and it appears to be in the desert. Then by Rick the Starfish, this is a PBY Catalina bomber, and he also made it go into the water since it's a seaplane. Then by Mr.X, he says it's his first try at a helicopter. It's the MQ-8B Fire Scout, and it's a drone. Then by Leafblower, this is the Indonesian Air Force Su-30 and C-130 doing an aerial refueling operation, and there are two jets refueling at the same time. Then next by Onyo, this is a C-130J airdropping Humvees being escorted by F-16s. So our next entry is by Badabangbadaboo. He says it's his first and best attempt at a 3-to-1 scale C-87 Liberator Express, although I do think it needs a little more work. Then next by Laffey. This is from a scene from the final countdown where the USS Nimitz go back to 1941, a day before the strike before Pearl Harbor, and they're basically fighting each other, modern aircraft and really old World War II ones. So we got some action in this contest. Then next by USS Hammann. This is, I don't know, it doesn't say anything on it, so I think it's a Super Tucano, but I'm not sure. That's what I think it is. Propeller aircraft. And next by Jimmeo. This is a Lao Air Force Airbus H-155 helicopter. Then by T-14 Armata, it's a Su-57 and Su-35S escorting a Tu-160 bomber. And I believe they're all Russian here. Then by Leong, this is a B-52 Stratofortress bomber dropping cruise missiles. Then next by Dogs-stopmotion, it's a Skorsky UH-60 Blackhawk, 1990s variant. And it's in 2-to-1 scale, so pretty huge helicopter. Reminds me a little bit of Black Hawk Down, and you can see some war-torn buildings around with holes in it. The next by DJ Alex 7089, it's a Sukhoi Su-25, probably the Frogfoot. Then by Notdamian, this is a CH-46 Sea Knight, and I think he did the shape of it pretty well. You can recognize it as a Sea Knight. Then next by Nano, this is the SVK A2 Star Fox, and I believe this is a custom aircraft. Probably 1-to-1 scale. Then by Hyperdog 456, it's a bomber command involving 2 Lancaster bombers being escorted by 4 Spitfire Mark. Alright, I can't read Roman letters, so it says IXE and 2 Mark II E Hurricanes. And there's the operation at night. There's a lot of aircraft in this formation. And that's actually the last entry of this contest. So thank you everyone who participated. Now I'm going to move up to the top 7.